Hi guys, how are you all doing today? You're welcome back to Volmich Feeds if you are a returning subscriber. But if this is your first time on my channel, you're welcome to join us. Here we'll learn tips, tricks, and techniques of making beautiful and of course amazing outfits. So this video is as requested by some of you guys on my comment section asking for an up close video of how I beaded this dress. So this video is for you guys and for you who also intend to learn this. So what I'm holding right here is my beading needle. You can see it's already bent here because I have been working with it. So this is my beading needle. To get this beading needle, just go to your regular fabric shop where they sell beads and appliques. Just ask for beading needle and they should be able to give that to you. So this, you can see I have gone a bit with my beading, and the next thing I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to show you the pack of it. This is how it looks like. This is how I got it. So this is the amount of needles I have in here. I can't count that, but this is how it looks like in case you want to get yours. And there's the other needle that is curved shape, but this was what I was able to get, so that's why I'm working with that. So the next I'm going to show you is the fishing line I'm using to bead my dress. So the size of this fishing line is 0.30 mm, and I preferred to use this fishing line because it doesn't cut so easily, unlike our regular thread. So this is how it looks like, the fishing line. Some people call this invisible thread, but this is just a fishing line. So that's how it looks like in beading. This fishing line is plastic, so it's not very easy to cut with your hands because it is stronger than thread. You have to use a scissors or a cutter to be able to cut this. So here I am beading the first line of my dress. I'm going to show you an up close look of it, don't worry. I'm just showing you the beginning of this beading process. So you can see how I'm lifting up my dress to be able to pass my thread, and here I am making sure my thread or my fishing line is not showing at the other side of my dress. I'm trying to keep it in between the lining and my main fabric. So that is exactly what I was doing right here to make sure it is not coming out at the other side of the dress. So whenever I put my beads into my fishing line and I pierce the needle into my dress, I try to lift up my dress to make sure it's not going to come out at the other side of the dress. When you thread your fishing line into your needle, try for it not to be too long or too short. It should just be enough to cover up an amount of space. So here I'm going to show you guys just exactly how I went about it. See how I am lifting my dress up to pierce my needle through the dress. Meanwhile, I am lifting only the right side of this dress, that is this front part, thereby separating the lining from it so that my fishing line can be in between my main dress and my lining. So this particular style of beading is me scattering my beads all over my dress and at the same time making sure that my fishing line is not showing on the front side of my dress. So just watch closely what I am doing. As I place my bead into the fishing line, I will then lock the bead right there because I do not want my bead to be moving up and down. So I'm going to lock the bead right there. So where I placed the bead before, I'm going to pierce my needle close to where I pierced my needle before. So you can see what I'm doing. I am locking my bead right there so it doesn't move from side to side or however. So the next thing I'm going to do after locking the bead, I want to pass my needle again so that I'll be able to put in another bead. So I'm going to pass it into a distance still close to where I pierced the needle before. I'm going to pass it through to how far I want the next bead to be. So you can see what I'm doing. As I'm piercing in my needle, I'm lifting up my dress, separating the front side from the lining, and then after piercing in the needle, I'm going to place in my bead again. This is going to be one by one. There is no rush in it, otherwise you will not like the outcome. So as I place in my bead, I'm going to lock the bead right there. Like I said earlier, I'm going to lock it right there. I'll pierce my needle again close to where I put in the needle before, and lock the bead right there before I move to the next. There are different beading patterns you need to know, but this is just one of them. There are some that will require you to put in about 3 to 4 or 5 beads before you move to the next. So this is just one of them. And on the spaces that I feel like they are too much, that is where I'll be placing in my crystal stones. Like I said in my previous video, and if you check very well the beginning of this video, you will see the dress already with crystal stones. So that was what I did after putting in my crystal beads in the spaces where I feel like the crystal stones should go in. There I put in my stones. So this is how the dress looks like right here. I am not done with the beading at this point. I'm going to be filling up these other spaces here. So I'm going to fill up these spaces, then proceed to the next. And again, this is the finished look of my beading. This is not the finished look of this dress, but just for the beading, I had to stop there to get on with the next step. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this very short tutorial of my beading process. And if you're new to my channel, I do hope you subscribe and click on the notification bell to stay updated. For now, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.